Hey, hello, and welcome to today's GFG problem of the day. K sum paths. Let's see what the problem has to say. Given a binary tree and an integer k, find the number of paths in the tree which have their sum equal to k. A path may start from any node and end at any node in the downward direction. Okay. So, what the problem is trying to say is we need to find such paths only in the downward direction whose sum whose sum is equal to k, right? Whose sum is equal to k. So if we take examples, right? If we look at some examples, so see, one of the path can be this 3 to 2, right? 3 to 2, right? One path can be this particular one, right? This particular 3 1 1, right? 3 1 1 5, k equal to 5, whose sum, say 3 1 1, the sum of 3 1 1 is 5, whose sum is equal to, so this particular path qualifies, right, for the output, right? Similarly, one path can be 1 3 1, right? This also can be the path. Okay, see, all these are in downward direction. These are not like this 1 3 and minus 1. It's not like this. We don't have to find such paths, right? Only in the downward direction we need to find. Okay, and we need to find all such paths, and we need to return the counter, right? Like, for example, there are how many paths are there? 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8. So we need to return 8. There are 8 paths. Okay, so what can be the solution, right? So what we can do is, whenever we start iterating this binary tree, right? So in pre-order, we'll keep on adding. We'll take an array list or vector in C++, right? And we'll keep on adding uh, uh, the nodes value, right? So we'll keep on adding 1, right, in pre-order, right? And 3, right? And 2. So whenever we keep on adding, for example, we added 1, right? We added 1 in the array list, right? What we'll do? We added 3, we added 2, right? We will, in the this is the array list, right? 1 3 2, 1 3 2. So we will iterate in the reverse order, okay, in the array list, and we'll find for path, right? We'll find for path. So iterate in the reverse order. We'll take sum, we'll keep on taking sum, right? And we'll see whether it is equal to k. If it is equal to k, we'll increment our counter output. We'll increment our output counter. Okay, so yes, this is the intuition, right? 2 plus 3 5, so we'll increment. So we don't, and one, for example, okay, let's see. Let's see. For example, let's quickly write the code, right? Write the code, right? For example, if we have, I won't write the complete syntax, right? Array list, right? Of integer, right? Paths, okay? Paths we have. So what we'll do, for example, we have some function, right? Okay. So what we'll do, node root, right? Node root, in k we have k, and paths as well. Okay, paths as well, right? So what we'll do, first we'll check our base condition, right? Root equal to null null. This is fine, just return it, right? Now what we'll do in the pre-order, as I said, right? So what we'll do, we'll add paths dot add, paths dot add root dot data. Okay, root dot data will add. And what we'll do, once we add, we'll also at the same time iterate through the path, right? In the reverse order, as I said, int I equal to, right, n minus 1, I greater than equal to 0, minus minus I. Okay, okay. And what we'll do, simply we'll take sum plus equal to paths, right? Paths dot get I, right? And we'll check if sum equal to k, right? Increment the counter, plus plus count, right? Increment the counter. Counter would be a global variable, can be a global variable, count equal to 0, right? We'll see in the code. Okay, this is just a pseudo code. Okay, so as I said, right? So here we will add into the path, and then we will iterate in the reverse order to find the sum as well. Okay, to find the sum as well. And what we'll do? What we'll do? We will then find some iterate. We'll go to left, root dot left, iterate on the left side of the root, k and paths will pass. Similarly, find some root dot right, k and paths, right? So one thing, for example, right? So for example, in this case, we added 1, 3, 2. So once we reach the leaf node, once we check for the leaf node, right? Once we are done with this, okay, what we are going to do, we are going to remove this from the array list. We are going to remove this from the array list. The reason being, all the paths from this 2 have been covered. Now we will search for another path. For example, we are done with this 1, 3, 2, right? We are going to remove this. When the control comes over here, definitely we are going to go to this right path, right? Right path, right? So what we are going to do, 1, 3, 1, 1, 3, 1, right? 1, 3, 1, we added this 1, 3, 1, and then again we are going to iterate through this path, right? As I said, once we add to some root value, we are also going to iterate in the reverse order. So we'll find one more path over here, right? 1, 3, 1, we'll find one more path over here, and then we'll increment the counter, okay? And then we are again going to go to the left of this, in this, right? In this left of this root dot left, right? Root dot left you're going to go, right? Root dot left you're going to go, right? So we went over here. We okay. Root dot left will add one more one over here, right? And then we will iterate again. Okay, We'll iterate through this 1, 3, 1, 1, right? 1, 3, 1, 1, and then we are going to okay. So yes, uh, so we are going to 1, 3, 1, 1. We'll find one more path, and in the last one, right? Once we are done, see, once we are done, find some walls. Simply what we'll do here, we'll write paths dot remove, right? The last one, paths dot size minus 1, right? Size minus 1. Okay. So yes, so this is a solution. This is a solution, right? This is so what we are doing here is, if you see, right? If you see, right? Once we come, if this is the root, 1, 3, 2, then 1 and 1. For example, this is a tree. Here we are paths dot. So we are adding in paths dot add root dot data. We are also iterating through this from in the reverse order to find the path, to find the sum of the path. And then what we are doing, if we don't find anything, we'll go root dot left. We went to 3 here, right? Root dot left, right? 3. Okay. We'll go here again. We'll add this root dot data 3 to this, and we'll again iterate through paths, right? So if we find something, we'll increment the counter, else we'll go again 2 or 2, right? 2 over here. And then what we are going to do, okay, root dot left, we are going to add into the paths, right? Into the downward direction, right? 2, and then we are again going to search for the path, right? Similarly, once we are done here with 2, right, we will come here ultimately, right? After we are done, once we don't find anything in the left hand side and the right side, right? Anything on the left hand side and the right hand side of the 2, then we are going to remove from the paths dot size, right? Paths dot size will remove this 2, right? And then what we'll have in the array list, 1, 3, 1, 1, 3, right? So once we do, we'll come over here on the 3, right? From where we had gone to 2, right? So we are going to go to the left, to the left, right? To the left of this 3, right? And we'll add in the paths, this one. So 1, 3, 1, right? 1, 3, 1, we'll iterate, we'll find the counter, right? And then what we'll do, we'll go to the left of this one. Currently we are at 1, we'll go to the left of this one. We're going to add again this particular one, right? In the paths, right? And then we are again going to iterate through this for loop to find the counter, to find the sum of the path, right? So yes, I have already implemented this, right? I have explained this. We are adding root dot data to the paths, and then we are finding the sum of the path, right? Sum of the path. If you see, we are iterating the reverse order, right? And we are finding if sum is equal to k, we will increment the counter here. See, this is the output counter, right? Which is a global variable, output counter, global variable, right? And then we are iterating on the left hand side and the right hand side, and then we are also, once done, a particular leaf node is done, we are removing that from the paths as well, from the array list as well, right? This is the array list, and what we are doing, we are passing it to the this function find sum, and then we are simply returning the output, the global variable, right? So let's quickly submit and see. Yes, our solution is accepted. So thanks for watching. Please like the video and subscribe to my channel. Thank you.